I'm 51. I've wasted years of my life battling this alone. I was almost a shut-in. It was pretty bad. Do you need a treat? Oh, there it is. That's my girl. My story begins in my childhood. I would go to bed and immediately think, oh my goodness, is my closet door closed, right? And sometimes it was, sometimes it wasn't. Then I would get back into bed and I would think, now are my Legos in the right spot? And by the time I became an adult, my house was such that you would open the cupboard doors and all the green beans were in a straight line, labels out. Everything had a home and everything had to be in its home before I would go to bed. I didn't like having visitors or company. Even my daughter would mess stuff up. My poor wife, she would go shopping, bring home the groceries and not know where they belong or how to put them away. There was a lot of, I don't want to say probably tension maybe, where they just were afraid that they were going to upset the apple cart based on where I was at. Let's go this way, right here. I was getting therapy at the time. I was on some medications at the time, but I definitely needed to take a step bigger that would get me more help quickly. So we first heard about Rogers from a therapist, and my wife, being the big supporter that she is, went to great lengths and did all the work to get the phone calls made and work with insurance and then there's the intake phone call, and through all of it, she was the driving force behind me, supporting me, making it happen.
Oh, is it so pretty?
I was someone that was very driven, and I believed that when I got to Rogers, we're gonna hit the road running, and I am gonna start getting better immediately. And I think Rogers tailored my program to slow me down first. They saw that, hey, this is a guy that's too high strung. He's on the move all the time. He needs to slow down. Otherwise, he's not gonna get anything out of this. I was a guy that was walking, part of my OCD, I was walking 15,000 steps a day. Guess what? Now I'm not walking 1,500 steps a day. So that was really, really hard. But when I accepted that, it felt good. And that wasn't anything more than, hey, you can't walk. So read a book, take some time. And so my program started and I didn't even realize it, but I was already in an exposure. And then my beautiful wife sent, not every day, but I think I was in Rogers for 47 days. I think I received 44 cards from home supporting me and telling me why she was proud of me and for going to Rogers. We definitely had nightly phone calls. I spoke to my daughter daily. So that was a huge concern going in, is being away from the family. I was looking at, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna lose all this time away from my family. But I tell you what, it was 47 days invested in better days and times ahead with my family.
I see your belly. I see your belly.
So the Craig that sits here today is, wow, I am just a happier, easier going guy. I can go on adventures without having a strict timeline, and we are going to be here by this time. And I think my daughter would say I'm a lot more fun than I was before Rogers, so that's definitely a positive. And I know this, when I go to bed at night, I feel like a different person than I did prior to my Rogers years, where I am just content. I'm happy. I'm not worried about tomorrow, what it holds. It will be what it will be.